Alright, it is Saturday the 6th of June 2026, and last night was the Summer Game Fest. So just like I did with the State of Play earlier in the week, I want to record this, and like maybe in like a year's time when the next Summer Game Fest will be happening, I can look back and see what games of these I've played. So yeah, well, the first big game, which was my favorite game of the showcase, was Resident Evil Veronica, a remake of called Veronica, and it's slated to come out next year. And oh my god, I really like this. I'm a big Resident Evil fan, so I'm really glad. I'm really glad we're getting more of Claire as well. I think she's a very underused character in modern Resident Evil games. And yeah, there's not much to say. The trailer tricked me out, honestly. I did not realize until they spelled out to me that's Resident Evil. There was like a part of it where it was like REV, which made me think Resident Evil, but 5? That does not look like Resident Evil 5. No, it was Veronica. Okay, for the next announcement, it was the Cuphead sequel as well as the Mighty Cuphead Adventure. Yeah, it's quite cool. I never ended up finishing the first Cuphead game. Gotta get back to it, but I'm definitely interested about that. After that, another horror game, Alien Isolation 2. Looks really good. I still need to play the first one, but I'm definitely excited to play the second one. I'm a big fan of the Alien franchise, so quite excited for it. Next is Gen Atlas, made by the Shadow of the Colossus creator. It looks quite interesting, I would say. Yeah, there's not much to say. I never played Shadow of the Colossus, but I have watched Jacksepticeye play it. Definitely seems like something I wouldn't mind watching. Blood Message, yeah, it's kind of like a Chinese, like another Chinese game, Wukong and stuff. Not the most interested in it, but it looked cool. Then was A Stranger Than Heaven. It's made by the game with made by the guys that made Yakuza, and it features Snoop Dogg and Tupac for some reason. So I'm quite interested to see that. I probably won't play it, but still looks quite interesting. Hex, or Hex, however you want to pronounce it, was next. Made by the people that made The Division. It looked alright. I don't think it looked the worst. I wonder if it's a co-op. If it's co-op, I would play it. If it's a extraction shootout, I probably would not. Ooh, the next one was quite big. It was made by the brand new Paramount Games studios, developed by Platinum Games. The new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin game. I will say this is quite big, but I'm pretty sure it's quite far away because they did not show much of that. Gundam was next. I can just skip over that. I'm not that interested in it. Crossfire, it looked cool. It's made by the same people that made, or by former Call of Duty developers and Naughty Dog developers, and it stars that actress from The Boys. I don't know her name. It looks okay. I don't think I would play it, but it's there. Guild Wars 3, I can skip over that. Not interested whatsoever. Virtua Fighter Crossroads, RuneScape, Dragon Wilds, can skip over that. Oh, and then there's an expansion for Mafia the Old Country, Man of Honor, that's out August 14th. This is one game that I do really want to play, and it's probably on my backlog, so I guess I'll use this as a reminder. I do want to play that. So, and there'll be a DLC for it, so perfect. Next up is 1666 Amsterdam. It's made by the guy Patrice Destilles, which is one of the original creators of Assassin's Creed, and it looks quite interesting, I would say. Yeah. It's meant to release this year, apparently. Oh, console versions are planned later. Well, my PC's quite bad, so I don't think I'll play that for a while, even if I would want to. Well, next is the Saw game, Saw Genesis 3v1. It's asymmetrical. I've kind of had my fill of asymmetrical of Dead by Daylight, so I'm not sure if I would play it, but glad to see Blooper's making another game. Blooper like making so many games, my god. Lords of the Fallen 2, not really for me. Star Wars Zero Company, not really for me. The Blood of Dawnwalker. Now this is made by the people that made The Witcher 3 and formed a new studio. That's a loud motorbike. And it's like a vampire RPG game. It looks really good. It really does. I'm quite interested in it. They did a sneak peek with the modern part, so we saw Cohen, the protagonist, in our time. So I'm guessing, but I don't think that will be a part of the game, but I'm guessing that's like setting up the future of the franchise. And I really hope it does well. I'll definitely keep my eyes on it. I really hope they have like a demo that I could play closer to the release date, because I'm like 50-50 on whether I'll get it. So we'll have to see about that. Among Us Story, I can probably skip that. Monster Hunter Wilds DLC, I can skip that. Hot Wheels, I can skip that. Clutched, oh yeah, it was like that racing game with like a story. It looked quite interesting. Kind of remind me of the F1 film. But there's that. Attack on Titan 3. I don't know why it's called Attack on Titan 3 when it's like the entire franchise, but yeah, that's the thing. Probably not gonna play that. Power World 1.0. Yeah, I'm okay. Whoa, this was a big one. Wolf Among Us 2. So I'm a big fan of the Wolf Among Us game, and this has been in the pipeline for quite a while. So I'm glad it's finally coming out next year. And they are remastering the first game, coming out, I think it's December this year, which is like, why? Because the first game's perfectly fine. There's literally no reason to remaster it. It's like such a cash grab, which you know, makes me kind of like dislike Telltale a bit, but maybe they were forced to do it. But ayo, not gonna play the remastered, but I'll definitely replay the original, and I'll definitely play the second game. Next, it was Teleblade Blood of Rain, which is the sequel to the original game, which looks quite good. You play as a new protagonist. The setting looks cool as well. I mean, yeah, it looks cool. Yeah. It looks good. Would I play it? I probably would. I still haven't finished the first game, so I definitely need to go back and finish that one before I get to this one. But I definitely think I would once I play the first one. Street Fighter 6 and all the DLC characters. Not really into fighting games, but hey, Tifa's coming into it, so look at that. And I think the last thing was the big thing. Final Fantasy VII Revelation, which is the third and final remake version of the original FF7 game, and I'll get some flack for it, but I've never played I've played the first FF7 game, never finished it. I would say I'm not really interested in Final Fantasy 7, at least. Never really saw it as my type of game, so you know, it's a cool announcement to end on, but not something I'm looking forward to that much. But maybe eventually I'll give it another shot and I'll be quite excited for it. But yeah, that's what went down. A few good announcements, I would say. Resident Evil Veronica, Alien Isolation 2, Cohen, the Dawnwalker are probably like the 3 games that I would actually play probably on release, with the Dawnwalker game being like a 50-50. The Cup, it was a strong showcase. I don't think it's as good as people say, but at the same time, I'm not that big of a Final Fantasy fan. I definitely think during the middle of the showcase, it went a bit boring, but yeah, I do think the state of play was better, but no, it wasn't a bad showcase. I would say it was a good A same level as the state of play in terms of I'd rather have like shorter shows like the state of play, where we just get more quality stuff over having a 2 hour thing with only half of the things being interesting. But it wasn't bad. It was quite interesting. So I'm, looking forward to me in the future rewatching this and seeing what I would actually play. But yeah, that was me. So goodbye.